Hello everyone, you're watching Owen's Gaming Channel 67. Welcome to another ranking video. We're ranking Super Y episodes that everyone loves the most. So let's start with The Three Little Pigs is an okay one. It's basically one part, but yeah. Jill just keeps knocking pigs blocks down. And then the big bad wolf is just bad. Just bad. Jack and the Beanstalk is the worst. It's not in order, but that's okay. Jack and the Beanstalk is the worst. Is the worst. For a lot of people that like this one, I considerably don't care. Baby Joy is crying as heck, spreading it through the whole entire Storybrooke village. The the giant is just straight up discriminatory. The elves in the shoemaker is really good. It's really good. We have a ton of funny moments in this one, but I cannot think of anything. And the music is okay. Little Miss Muffet is one that's good. I don't think I can consider this one great, but it's fine. Cinderella is another good episode. The music is great, though. Cinderella's the main character and she wants to go to the dance. She just wants to fit in like everyone else. She doesn't have to. The Ant and the Grasshopper is another okay. The music is pretty bad, but a lot of the settings are really good. The Little Red Hen. Hey, I can say this one, it's okay, which is a good one. The music is decent. But Little Red Hen's friends are just very dumb because they just reject the Little Red Hen. The Frog Prince. Haven't got much to say about this, but this is good. This is one question that I want to ask the folks at home. Why am I fine with this episode instead of Little Miss Muffet? Well, the true meaning of the music though, this isn't really good, but the music is pretty okay. The Princess and the Pea is one of my favorite great episodes. The music is great. The scenes are great. And one of the funniest moments ever is that silly answer watering the pea. Who ever thought about that? Princess Peach just worried she might fail the test, but she learns to be smart. Little Red Riding Hood is my favorite is my favorite. This is so awesome. It just has wonderful music, wonderful settings, wonderful scenes, everything, and some funny moments too, including the train one in Grandma's bed. Well, whatever. Tom Thumb. I can't consider this one, but this one is pretty much okay. This is a good episode. Music is good. Scenes are bad, but Tom Thumb just wants to go on an adventure, and same thing does the little pig. Little Bo Peep. Haven't got much to say, but this is an okay episode. Little Bo Peep just lost her sheep because she was sleeping, and Wyatt just lost Mr. Lizard because he didn't pay attention. At least he learned some clues, just like for the hints. The Emperor's New Clothes. This one is okay. This one is okay. But where am I gonna put this? Let's put it right there. The Emperor's New Clothes. The Emperor just feels silly in his underwear, even though if it's invisible clothes or something. But I'm overdramatic for this one. I can't help this. The 12 Dancing Princesses. I haven't got much to say about this, but this is a good one. The whole reason was that they were having a surprise for the king. Same thing goes for Wyatt. The Three Billy Goats Gruff. This one is great. This one is great. But because of that, it's not sensible at all. You gotta use your manners because of that. Thumbelina. I love this film. Especially the music, scenes, and settings. And the plot takes place. Thumbelina just does not know where to find Thimble. and the littlest pig doesn't know how to find Henry Hippo. Who thought? Goldilocks and the Three Bears, the mystery. I consider this one good because the bears think Goldilocks had made a mess every single time. Yeah, of course Goldilocks can make messes, but it was not it was not her this time. At least they learned that it was the wolf that caused it. Go watch that episode and you can see the real truth. Humpty Dumpty. This one is another bad one. Humpty Dumpty is just afraid he's gonna fall and crack his egg. Just like little pig is afraid because he's afraid to go down the slide. Just what the heck is this episode? Beauty and the Beast is another great episode. The settings in the book is just great. The music is decent, and yeah, I can say Rumpelstiltskin. I'm probably gonna get hated for this, but this is actually another bad episode. If you guys like Rumpelstiltskin, but then just that's fine. You guys don't have to argue over what is the best episode or not. But seriously, I don't think I like this episode at all. Tiddalik the Frog. This one is actually better than Cinderella somehow, but I don't know how I considered it. Tiddalik just wastes a lot of water and no room for everyone for his friends to share. I don't know. Sleeping Beauty. This is another okay episode. Sleeping Beauty just wants to do her own thing, which is to sleep, instead of just going to the princess soccer party. But at least she tried some new things. The Foolish Wish is another episode that is okay. It's probably my favorite it's probably my favorite good episode, but I don't know. The farmer just doesn't know what to choose. For the fairy gave him 3 wishes. The farmer wished for his sausage as his first wish. Then he wishes for the sausage to get stuck on his wife's nose. And then he tried to go for a house of sausages, but he knew it's another foolish wish. Funny scenes for in this one. Hansel and Gretel. This one is better than the Three Little Pigs, but this is pretty bad. Well, I don't think I can care for this one, but the setting is pretty decent. The Goose and the Golden Eggs. This is another good episode. For this, the setting is good, the plot is great. It takes place in the house of the golden goose laying some more golden eggs. Just like Little Red Riding Hood wants more apples. The Magic Porridge Pot. I can't consider this one because I'm going as quick as I can before midnight, but probably not midnight, but I don't know. The Magic Porridge Pot is another one that is good. Little Pig just doesn't pay attention when he got a new robot for his birthday. Just like the little girl doesn't know how to pay attention when the magic porridge pot loses control and doesn't know how to say stop, stop, stop. Whatever. Pinocchio. This is actually great. This is really great. Pinocchio is one of the greatest ones. The music is decent. The settings are good. It takes place in Papa Geppetto's toy shop. And one of the funniest moments ever is Pinocchio saying the word boo. Whatever. Momotaro the Peach Boy. Hard pronouncement, but this one is actually. This is one I can't say that I don't care for, but it's okay. I can't consider this one because it's nowhere as near as good as Little Miss Muffet, but I don't know. His friends argue and same thing does the pigs. The gingerbread boy. A lot of people like this one because he goes fast, but I'm putting it there because the gingerbread boy just wants to go fast. Fast like the wind on a roadrunner and Sonic the Hedgehog. But I'm not kidding. He just wants to go very fast. Same thing for a little pig, just wants to go just as fast in the playground. Never mind. The ghost who is afraid on Halloween is another one that's okay. The little ghost just is scared of Halloween. Same thing for Littlest Pig, but everything was just make believe and just pretended. I don't mind about that. The stars in the sky. People can say that this is the worst because Ella just wants to play with stars. But honestly, I don't disagree. This is only good. Ella just wants to play with the stars, all because that they were high up in the sky. But when she can't reaches it, it's impossible. So she just imagines to play with the stars. The Three Feathers. Another okay episode, but it's not as good as The Three Little Pigs. Because of that, it's just driving me nuts. Insanely nuts. If you guys are wondering how many episodes are there are 65 episodes of Super Y in season 1. 'Twas the night before Christmas. A Christmas episode. This one is good. Better than Tom Thumb, but I cannot consider this one to be that bad. Super Y just wants to ask a question about why Santa makes children happy. Upon from that, The Little Mermaid is another great episode. Finally, we're getting it up to. It's another great episode. Wonderful settings. It takes place underwater. Well, sort of on land, but Pig is just different from his friends. And The Little Mermaid is just different from kids on land. They should be proud. They're different. These episodes are just nuts. Juan Bobo and the Pig. It's one that's another good one. We're starting to run out of room, and for more episodes on the top and the bottom. Whatever. At least it's not one. They didn't even understand though, so never mind. Snow White. This one is good. This one is okay. I used to say it's considered a favorite, but I can't consider it this one. We're gonna get a lot of views on this one, but Snow White just doesn't feel good. They just don't pay attention and they fall for tricks too. The Rolling Rice Cakes. Another good episode. The music is great. The old man is really, really good. He's actually my favorite in this episode. But he's just being a jerk to the mice. And Little Red is being a jerk to Wolfie. After when Wolfie found Little Red Riding Hood's goodies and swipes it back. You should always give them to others if if they're hungry. Whatever. They learned their lessons. Peter Rabbit. This one is another good episode. The setting takes place is really good. Even in the garden. In Mr. McGregor's garden. Just like in the movie Peter Rabbit. Peter Rabbit. Wait. Peter Rabbit. Whatever. I can't consider this one. Whatever I consider, it's not this good. The Boy Who Drew Cats is actually one that's good. It's better than the Goose and the Golden Eggs somehow. But I don't know. Aladdin. Another favorite. It's awesome. I love Aladdin in this one because for this one, he just somehow finds a lamp which there's a genie. The genie is inside the magic lamp. Just like from the Thomas episode, The Magic Lamp, when Skarloey tells a story about the magic lamp, whose name was Proteus, like I said in season 9, but whatever. George and the Dragon is actually one that is pretty much okay. Better than Momotaro the Peach Boy, but this one is one I can't consider this one. George and Pig are just scared of the giant and the dragon. But the setting is good, the music's terrible, but hey, at least they learn to be brave. The Swiss Family Robinson. This is actually one that is pretty good. The Swiss Family Robinson are just stuck on an island because a storm strikes and knocks out their boat. At least they build one. At least Wyatt is resourceful after helping Wolfie when he was stuck on an island as well. The Three Little Pigs return to the wolf. This is another favorite. This is my favorite The Three Little Pigs story because I can't help myself over these silly old funny moments with chicks as well. All the pigs need to pay attention by following the directions. Whatever. Alice in Wonderland is another good episode. We're getting a lot of goods recently, but I can't count that many because I know a lot of math. Dr. Doolittle, another one that is okay. Better than The Ant and the Grasshopper. The music is terrible, the settings is terrible, but the conflict is really good. Muddled Up Fairy Tales is actually another great episode. The dragon is new to fairy tale land, and she wants to be part of a fairy tale story, like the Three Little Pigs, Hansel and Gretel, and especially Goldilocks and the Three Bears. But at least he creates his own fairy tale story, and so does Wyatt. Golly, we're starting to run out of room a lot. Hansel and Gretel, Hansel and Gretel, a healthy adventure, better than the first one. But when Red just drinks junk food, I guess, he runs out of energy. Or she. Comment below if it's a she. I don't know. Cinderella, the princess side of the story. This is surprisingly there, right next to Cinderella. Their friends are just gone, especially Little Red Riding Hood and Prince Charming, not finishing the dance and not finishing their song. I can't help it. The Prince and the Pauper. I haven't got much to say about this, but this is okay. Starting to run out of room, but this is okay. The Ugly Duckling becoming a swan. This is another good episode. This time, Little Pig just somehow doesn't know why he looks big. Can't fit in his bed anymore, nor his sneakers. But they're growing up. So, yeah. The Nutcracker. This is actually another one that is really good. I am almost out of sight, though. Attack of the Eraser. This is actually another great episode. This is one of Wyatt's comic books. But actually, it takes place in Reader Valley. After when Wolfie erases the scoreboard. But at least the eraser learns to fix mistakes. We're starting to have a couple more left. But don't worry. The story of the Tooth Fairy. This one is pretty good. Because of that, Wyatt loses a tooth. And then when they go to the Tooth Fairy, it's the same thing going on. The Tooth Fairy just takes people's tooth and leaves them a surprise. But Wyatt just wants to keep his tooth, which is a problem. The Cookbook. This one is surprisingly one of the more similar episodes. When it's Baby Joy's birthday, Wyatt just wants to make a carrot applesauce cake, but he doesn't know how. So so they go to the cookbook to see the chef, and then they follow the ingredients on how to bake a carrot applesauce cake. Upon from that, the tortoise and the hare. We couldn't get a lot of the episodes in order, but that's okay. This one is another good episode. Upon from that, right there. Upon from that, the tortoise is very slow and the hare just goes fast. But sometimes Red and Princess P argue to see if they want to go fast or slow. Red just wants to go fast and Princess P just wants to go slow. But they can't decide on what to use to win the race. But hey, they were enjoying the game at least. This is going to be the longest video ever, but The big game. This one is good. Wyatt is just so mad because he misses the ball when he was playing baseball. Just like the heroes can't even play better because they're playing soccer, which is also in fairy tale land in a big stadium. The beach day mystery, somehow, at least they practiced. But for the big day, for the big beach day, the beach day mystery, I believe. I don't know about that, but this is a great episode. Peter and Piper are the ones that are going to find some treasure, but when Briny Bart comes by, they give them the wrong clue from right by the snail. But at least Briny Bart gives them the right clue. But at least in the beach, it was a treasure hunt. The Swan Maiden. I don't have much to say about this, but this one is pretty particular. This is one that is actually okay. Better than the ghost who is afraid of Halloween. But for that, the prince just wants the Swan Maiden to stay and play with her. And so does Little Red Riding Hood still wanting to play with Little Boy Blue. But at least they can see their friends again to tell them if they want to play soon. The Country Mouse and City Mouse and the Country Mouse, or Country Mouse or City Mouse. I don't know. I'll have to look it up later. But for that, this one is another good episode. I don't have much to say about this, but this one looks decent. The City Mouse misses the Country Mouse, so he moves into the country. But then he leaves because of all the loud noises. And the Country Mouse li- decides to move in with a City Mouse, but then he leaves because he's allergic to flowers. And yeah, at least they visit each other to have a sleepover. Same thing for Wyatt and Jack. A lot of people like this one. King Midas. But I don't think so because King Midas just wants more gold and uses a lot. Silly old traps with milk, the water, and food and friends. Like, they don't enjoy gold with food, but at least he uses less gold. And just like Pig wants more cars, but then one car is thankful. The story of Mother Goose. I have nothing else to say, but this one is actually great. Mother Goose just doesn't know how to make a rhyme, like a nursery rhyme. And Little Red Riding Hood doesn't know how to make a song for her puppy. Now we're getting into some of the first 10 episodes. We couldn't put them in order, but Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It's not the worst, but this one is pretty bad. Like, Goldilocks just makes a big mess in the Three Bears' house. But at least the super readers help Goldilocks clean the mess up before the Three Bears came home. Just like Wyatt did to Jack's room. Speaking of that, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. I don't have much to say about this, but this one is pretty good. The music's great. The setting takes place somewhere, I believe. The boy meets his new friend Wolf. But when the boy calls for everyone to see the wolf, they can't see the wolf, and people are just thinking that he's pretending, which he's not. 2 episodes left. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. it's just the line that Rapunzel says. Speaking of that, Rapunzel is an okay episode. Better than George and the Dragon. When Princess Pea's kitten gets stuck in a tree and it can't get down, all because some apples fall from the orchard. Just like Rapunzel's stuck in a castle and can't get down. But at least they used teamwork with the ladder. One last episode from the first season. The Ugly Duckling. I don't have much to say about this, but I believe this is this is good. Even though the music is really good, the setting takes place in the pond as well. The duck just doesn't know how to float Well, he knows how to float now, to kick, and to glide. But at least he learned how to swim. Just like Princess Peach couldn't twirl, and then she kept trying and got it at last. Alright, guys, that is all the Super Y Season 1 rankings. I can't believe we had that many. We're going to list them all one by one. From last place, we have Jack and the Beanstalk, Humpty Dumpty, Rumpelstiltskin, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, the Three Feathers, the Three Little Pigs, which is basically the same episode from the Ant and the Grasshopper. I don't know. Hansel and Gretel, the Ant and the Grasshopper, speaking from that, the Cookbook, Dr. Dolittle, Little Bo Peep, Snow White, Emperor's New Clothes, Sleeping Beauty, Momotaro the Beach Boy, George and the Dragon, Rapunzel, the Ghost Who Was Afraid of Halloween, the Swan Maiden, One Bobo and the Pig, Little Miss Muffet, the 12 Dancing Princesses, the Frog Prince, the Magic Porridge Pot, the Stars in the Sky, the Rolling Rice Cakes, Alice in Wonderland, the Gingerbread Boy, Peter Rabbit, Tom Thumb, The Big Game, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, The Prince and the Pauper, Goldilocks and the Three Bears, The Mystery, The Little Red Hen, The City Mouse and the Country Mouse, The Story of the Tooth Fairy, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, Cinderella, the Princess side of the story. Speaking from that, Cinderella, right apart from each other, surprisingly. Tiddalik the Frog, The Ugly Duckling, The Goose and the Golden Eggs, Hansel and Gretel, A Healthy Adventure, The Boy Who Drew Cats, The Foolish Wishes, King Midas, The Tortoise and the Hare, The Ugly Duckling Becoming a Swan, The Beach Day Mystery, The Story of Mother Goose, Muddled Up Fairy Tales, The Nutcracker, The Little Mermaid, The Swiss Family Robinson, The Beauty and the Beast, The Three Billy Goats Gruff, I believe. The Three Billy Goats Gruff, yeah. The Elves and the Shoemaker, Pinocchio, Attack of the Eraser, the Princess and the Pea, which was one that was a funny one on the game show, Aladdin, Thumbelina, The Three Little Pigs Return to the Wolf, and number one, my personal favorite of the Super Y episode, Little Red Riding Hood. Wonderful settings, music, and everything. Alright, guys, that is all of the 65 episodes from Super Y. All of them were ranked, even though a lot of them were in the right order, but except for the classic ones. Alright, guys, thank you for watching this whole video. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment to see more videos. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you real soon. Bye, guys.